Welcome to another thrilling episode of the Inalienable Right, guys. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created with certain inalienable rights and that they're endowed by
The thing.
the thing.
You know,
the
the
thing.
thing.
Well, it's been a long time coming. We took a little hiatus, but we're back. Yes, sir. And we're not like some. We hold truths to be true. We don't hold truth to be over fiction. We don't choose truth over fiction, if you know what I mean by the thing. But today we're going to dub this the Unraveling. Again, I don't want to. For someone who loves the country as much as we do, the last thing we are trying to do is rub it in someone's face, because we have to feel the pain and the suffering as well as everyone else. So there's nothing to say about "I told you so." But the mere fact is that them executive orders that this man did blindly is now starting to unravel. And man, are they unraveling. And sometimes I'm tempted to sit back and wait on the griping and the complaining and the whining about how better things were, but they are not going to mention 45's success, so they have to come about it in another way. So sometimes I'll be waiting in the wing, waiting on someone to say. But when I look at the border crisis right now and everything, they said it's not a crisis. They thinking, denial.
They don't even want to deny it. They didn't deny that anything's even going on down there.
Exactly. Then, one of their old tricks, I heard before the man was seated that one of his business partners said they got something called plausible deniability. And that's the tactic they use. It sounds plausible, they deny it, and hopefully go on to the next crisis or next situation. So we dubbed this one the Unraveling, and I know Mark himself got something to say about this.
Well, we had the other video we did about the buyer's remorse. And I can't see how, unless you're, on the extreme left, I can't see how anybody, that's a Democrat can look at what's going on and see all the things that are happening, the gas shortage and, what's going on in the Middle East. All these things, and the border crisis, which they don't even want to talk about. They don't want to. They don't want to go down there. They don't want to look at it. But we all know this stuff is going on.
Exactly.
And it's like, how can you not look at that and just see what kind of a failure, this administration has been, and is going to continue to be if they keep going down the road they're going. And I can't see how, I've got, like I say, I've got a couple of liberal friends, and the one in particular, I think even, he's starting to see some of this stuff that's going on, and I don't think he's too happy about what's going on either.
Right. It's a definition that eludes me right now about people that like suffering or like pain with their pleasure. It's sort of sadistic.
Masochistic, masochistic.
It's the mindset these people put me in, because the mean tweets or whatever that they were so bothered by, and they were sold a bill of goods by the propaganda arm of the media. You talking about mean tweets or high gas prices, and look at lumber and steel and all these inflationary.
Well, all these commodities and stuff that we're supposed to be getting or whatever are being somehow, just like lumber. I was looking at something, I don't remember what that was the other day. It's been a week or so ago, and it was a guy that was a maintenance man for like an apartment complex or something like that. And he was saying trying to get appliances, which I know we had some friends that were looking for an oven or something here not too long ago, and we're having a heck of a time finding one.
Wow.
What they wanted or whatever. And so this guy was saying that trying to get appliances, he said everything, something breaks down, he said I'm having a hard time. He said I'm robbing parts off of other appliances, trying to get stuff going for people that that need their appliances in their apartment.
And again, the very definition of inflation is putting out too much money and not enough goods. See, you can print all the money on a daily basis in the world, but you can't make them goods fast enough. And so now you're seeing inflation and hyperinflation on the horizon, and stagnant inflation. And I just know the people in my surroundings, the people that I'm accustomed to being around, and I just know how accustomed they are to they creature comforts, and to see long gas lines, or we saw that when with that toilet paper issue that went down a while ago, this rationing and this hoarding and all these things, and it creates more and more and more problems. I saw some people trying to put gasoline in plastic bags.
Yeah. It's a popular meme on video, and I don't think it's actually that new. I think it's actually a little bit older, but lady putting gasoline in a plastic bag and then double bags it. It's already leaking, and then she puts it in the back of her car.
I mean, and someone said something too, that with this unraveling, we look at the consequences or the evidence of things going bad, but they fail to realize all the regulations that's going to hinder small businesses, going to hinder the petroleum companies and the gas distribution. Sometimes it seems like the left create these crises so they can deflect responsibility or deflect the impending outcomes. That's what it seems like to me sometimes, because these unique situations seem to pop up right before the calm, before the storm. And say what you want to say about our prosperity.
That's the thing that aggravates me the most about. Well, there's probably worse things, but
Okay.
but they always talk about wanting to grow the middle class, and how they're for the middle class and the poor and all this kind of stuff, to do all these things, and yet all of these policies that have been put in place in the last 100 days, and all these other crises and things, the borders and the gas and all this, and commodity shortage and everything. I mean, it's doing nothing but destroying. That's exactly what it's going to do, is just completely destroy the middle class.
That's exactly it. They're hulling them out. They're hulling out the middle class, and really, the rich, they pay their little percentage of taxes, but the middle class, to me, is what holds up. Even the poor can linger on by the middle class being successful.
Yeah.
Now, we need a middle class.
Yes.
Because when you hold them out like this administration is going down, and it's just depleting them, and a majority of them, that voted for this policies or this system are the ones that we got to keep that really was keeping under 45 was helping make America great again. Really, I know.
And look at all these big corporations that are just in the last couple of weeks, Ford, GM, moving plants to Mexico.
Yeah.
My wife's job basically was shifted over to India. She got another job within the company, but now, I mean, there's even talk that it may get, that the work that she's doing now may get shifted to Mexico or something. So, it's like all these jobs we were trying to get back in America. Well, and look at the jobs report that came out.
Yeah.
They were said, we're going to have 1 million jobs. Okay, what happened? There's a little over 250,000.
Like Don Knotts used to say, and get smart, missed it by that much.
Yeah.
But again, it's people's gonna move their money where they can maximize their money.
Yeah.
And their companies. But then on the same token, I seen where this big merger where they also making one company, buying up all the networks and buying up all the entertainment meccas.
Well, yeah, that's the other problem we have. Like Disney, has how many companies that it has bought up, and it's now this huge conglomerate of media. It's really not good.
It's not good because it's going to be used as a political arm to maximize its power over the freedoms and liberties that we have. So yeah, when we was talking about this unraveling, we talking about just, and Mark probably co-sign on this, that we expect things to degenerate, but not this fast.
Exactly. Exactly.
Well, not this fast. I didn't see this coming that fast, but I expected it. And look at the Middle East now. I mean, right before that, man, we got 4 Nobel Peace Prize nominees. Had the Middle East.
And what, five peace treaties? I believe it was 5 Middle East peace treaties. And now look what we got.
They just disintegrated.
Yeah, just totally falling apart. They're appeasing Iran, who's giving them Iran money, and what's that doing? Well, they're we already know they're the largest funder of terrorism. So what are they doing? They're funneling that money to Hamas. Now Hamas is shooting up Israel.
Thousands of missiles. Yeah. Thousands of missiles. I mean, immediately you can see the difference in the policies, and the difference again at the risk of sounding redundant. It just happens it's happening so fast.
Well, see, and that's the thing. Trump, like many of the others on the right, it's kind of that old, walks off and then carry a big stick.
Right.
That's kind of, he didn't start any new wars. But he made, all these other countries know, hey, you mess with us, or our allies, you're gonna have a problem.
That's exactly right.
And they all, realized that he wasn't playing. And I watched an interview the other day with Nikki Haley. She was the ambassador to the UN, and she said that when that first strike happened, Syria used chemical weapons or whatever, and Trump said, okay, put some bombs on them. Right? And we're not taking this stuff. And, you go back to Obama, what did he say? Red line in the sand. And then they crossed the line and, I never said that.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, you did. But he didn't do anything. Weak. Right. And so this is saying, so when Trump got in there and, said, hey, we're not playing, this is how it's going to be. And she said that she got emails and letters from ambassadors from all these other countries, all of our allies and stuff like that, said that they were so glad to see America being a leader again.
That's great. I believe every bit of that.
And now what we got now? We got Obama 2.0.
Exactly.
And look at how it's falling apart.
And we got the Iranian boats tormenting our ships, and we had to fire missiles over their head just to deter them, and just they just don't have that fear. They don't have that that resolve to realize that we don't have a leader. And so what you just said about Nikki Haley, I didn't hear that, but I believe that because I seen the results for the 4 years of peace without, and I just say, look at Israel. Thank goodness that they got that Iron Dome.
Oh yeah.
Because they man, 15,000 missiles
volley.
Just shooting over there, and
then hundreds of missiles every day now.
Exactly, and they in proximity, they pretty close to each other.
Yeah.
As opposed to sending something from overseas or something.
I mean it's all right in that same area.
Yeah, and so this unraveling it's taking. So America needs to just keep your head up and stay positive. And again, the inalienable right guys, we love talking about these things because we love our country and we put country first, so this is what we're attempting to do. We're not attempting to do nothing but make a contrast here.
I think it's not step over you, but as if they keep letting this stuff get unraveled, just like we started with the video, more and more people are seeing what's going on. I think there's going to be a turnaround. because we just can't let this go on.
Agree.
You know, if we keep doing, if they keep doing what they're doing, I mean, they're working hard on, bringing the country down.
Yeah, but the speed that they're going.
That's I'm telling you. They got their foot on the gas. Yeah, they got it. It's they're driving a hot rod Lincoln. They got their foot on the gas, man. And I think more and more people are gonna see that this we had it good.
Yes.
COVID might have threw us for a loop, but we had it going pretty good, and it's trying. The economy's trying to pick up. And recover some, but it's just, they're just destroying things left and right, and it's not
right,
good.
Right. And I heard, where he stopped the building of the wall. I heard that they had to resume that again because it's
because it's such a disaster.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
When are they gonna find out?
Is that the only thing that stop them? We gotta crumble and
exactly. When are they gonna see all this? Other's a disaster too. Maybe like I say, maybe enough people start figuring it out. Maybe next year, 2022.
That can be the beginning.
It may be a change. And if he's still in there, which who knows, I think he's going to be a lame duck president then.
Right.
I really do.
Man, and I love each day is important to me, so I try not to say, come on, 2022, try to reach too far out there.
Right.
Man, it can't get here quick enough because of the destruction and the damage is being portrayed right before our eyes. Again, like I say, and if you think the middle class is held out and defeated, what you think is gonna happen to the poor?
Oh yeah.
What the poor, man, they can't give enough stimulus money to uphold these people, man.
No, and with all the things that are going on to fund the police, crime is rising in all these places. You've got this basically open borders policy, so who knows who all is crossing, all these drug, cartels and all this are sending all kinds of people in here. Where are they all going to end up? In these same places, where doing the whole drug things with all, in these poor places and stuff.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's
this man.
destruction.
America has found a way to contrast from going into a more positive and stronger and economic sound policies to just a totally unraveling. And it seems like it's so unintentional. I mean, it's like when in the history of the world, you can't be building something. I probably said this before, but I said, you can't be building something that's working and for 5, 10, 20 years on down the road and then just pull the rug out and say, I'm going to start all over.
Yeah.
I can understand them having differences in ideologies and
exactly.
the likes. I get that. I mean, I get that. You might don't like the guy. But for the country's sake, if these things were working, and they were these policies of 45, they was working immensely, and everybody couldn't deny it before COVID, like you said.
Right.
And then this man just put his hands over his eyes and just blindly signed things what he not even read or was concerned with the consequences.
No, not at all. He may not even know what the consequences are.
I keep
feeling like he doesn't even know.
And that's even worse than knowing.
He thinks what he's doing is right, but he doesn't even know. That's what I take away from it. So I don't know. We'll see how long he lasts. I don't know about that either.
Yeah.
So, but this unraveling's got to stop.
That old saying say no one is blinder than he who just won't see it. So a man that just won't see is blinder than a man that has no eyes. So just the individual to sit there and do this damage to us, and country-wise, I mean, and the people, like you say, if you don't know, you got some puppet masters, and they are pulling the strings, and they got to be anti-American people that's in the corner that's doing this and with reckless abandon.
Definitely.
Well, we want to say we are back, and they are the right guys, and we've been on a little hiatus, but we always intended to keep you updated and to continue to talk about these issues because, again, we love our liberties and our freedoms.
And it's important. Put our voices out there just like everybody else trying to, get out there and try to tell the world what the truth is, because the world out there doesn't want to tell you the truth. So anyway, we thank you, and we're working on getting some better equipment, upgrading some of our stuff, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully this is a little bit better, but we're continuing with trying to figure out what we're going to do. It's taken us a while. We were a little frustrated earlier today trying to get some stuff going, get this video going, but we'll get there.
Yep. Again, we thank you, all those out there that's listening and interested in these subjects that we are bringing forward from the Inalienable Right guys.
Exactly.